news with Erica and myself, Alexander. We are here, guys, weeknights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, to present to you guys just the hottest news with crypto, Web3, blockchain, all that good stuff. Erica, welcome again. We love to present this stuff to you guys. And you ready, Erica? Should we jump right into it? Should we roll the clip?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do it. Alrighty, so everyone knows that Alexander loves CoinMarketCap. Now I know there's a little bit of cap, and we like to keep it no cap. So maybe one day in the metaverse there will be a CoinMarket no cap. Maybe there will be something like that.
Maybe.
If someone coins that, I want my royalty. Okay, I want my Kevin O'Leary 90%. Okay, so let's take a look. Let's take a look at CoinMarketCap, and just a little refresher. We had a little bit of bounce back. We did touch, I think, just briefly under 1 trillion, but we've had a little bit of a bounce back. But
Mhm.
again, it's kind of correcting. There's been some gainers with like the fan tokens, EOS, but for the most part, everything's kind of a little bit down. Celsius, oy, minus 36.3% 7 days. So what did
Oh,
we
it's at
talk about, Erica?
137. Wow. Okay. Yeah,
what
the
did what
short
did we
squeeze.
talk about?
I guess the squeeze has been squoze. I don't know. It's done, right?
The squeeze as it goes, yeah. The lemon juice from Alex Smashinsky is the stand is coming
Good
to
luck
an end,
getting
I
any juice
guess,
out of that one, kids. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
What was its high at? Can you pull up
Yeah,
the chart on it? 'Cause I
absolutely.
think it went up to like
Yeah.
three
Let's take
something.
uh also
Wow.
just 1 month. So we're looking at 1 month right now, right? So 23rd, just over a week ago, we hit $4.40. So guys, like
Yeah.
imagine that where you're rallying, you're like, let's go to the moon, let's go, LFG, and then boom, just becoming a
And then
meme
you're
after
left
a week.
holding somebody's bags. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
greater
what
fool
happens. That's why you have to
fallacy.
be super careful.
Greater fool fallacy. I warned you guys, like, we don't want to take credit for this, but like we're like, this is some gambling action. We were talking about this around the $2, the 250, and lo and behold, here we are now. So can't say we
Yeah.
didn't tell you. Can't say we didn't warn you. Hide your kids, hide your wife, all that jazz. If you guys
Yeah.
shout out to those who remember, that's an old clip.
What is his
Let's
name?
talk about. Yeah, I don't even remember that. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys welcome quarterback. Sorry guys, I'm not an NFL person. I don't watch Dak Scott as the first ever Blockchain.com brand ambassador. So great, really cool, like interesting video clip that Blockchain.com presented to us. So I think this is for blockchain. This
Yeah.
is a win, and I think that the Western world really just like loves like this type of adoption. What do you think, Erica?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, are you ready for some football? Like, let's go. I'm not a super huge football fan either. I respect it. It's fun to go to Super Bowl parties, but I think it's definitely a positive for the space. I'd love to see that. I'm in Texas, so I hope that
Yep.
all of the Texans rally behind it. So, yeah, I'm for it. By
It's
the way,
good
before I
stuff.
forget, Antoine Dawson. That's the hide your kids, hide your wife guy.
Oh, yes, yeah. And
Because that's important,
something like
right?
that. Yeah. That rings a bell. All the remixes and all the
Yeah.
tracks that followed afterwards. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely the highlights. That guy got great success. Shout out to him just from that. So,
Yeah.
we're gonna jump into Erica's favorite company. We talked about lemons, but you can't just talk about lemons without talking about limes. When life gives you lemons, you reach for the limes. News update, guys. We're always posting dope updates. Make sure you guys are following us. If you're not following us, I'm going to come after you guys and find you, not actually, but make sure you're following us. News update,
Yeah.
Limewire adds NFT transfers via Wallet Connect and MetaMask for NFTs, for music NFTs. In and out, both ways on Algorand and Limewire Originals on Ethereum. So multiple chain support, going multiple ways. I really don't care about Limewire. You know, I had my moment with Limewire,
Mhm.
but I think it's good. It's just like a
Yeah.
plus. It's like a plus one,
Yeah.
you know? Little plus
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
We spoke about this, Erica, off stream, and you know, we were saying like, you know, we had our moments with LimeWire. Like, we had the peer to peer. We downloaded the music. Do your thing, LimeWire. It's cool. I'm not really watching it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
And speaking of NFT, artwork by XCopy Art sold to Dreaming of XCopy for 500 ETH. Valuation at the time, $806,000. That's a spicy ball. Um,
It is
would you pay?
a
How much would you pay for this? Okay.
Um, you know, I'm not sure.
Higher, lower?
It might be relative. I mean, I certainly wouldn't pay 500 ETH for it, but I also don't have 500 ETH. So, you know, it could
Fair
be one of
enough.
those things. But yeah, I mean, somebody definitely, I guess, really, you know, really likes the art there. So
Yeah.
I was looking at his page. I was looking at the artist's Twitter just to see what some of his other artwork is like, because I'm not
Hmm.
super familiar with him, and it's, you know, it's kind of along like the same lines. It's a little bit abstract. It's kind of like, I don't want to say
Yeah,
scribbly,
a little
but
bit
you know, kind
wild,
of
like a little bit
scribbly.
unique. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
it's good to see some unique stuff. Like I see this and I'm like, oh, I haven't seen something like this before. So
yeah,
I definitely I like to see when people are wild and different. And that actually takes me to a saying by popular DJ Kashmir. He's like, it's better to be okay and be wild than to be amazing and just be like mediocre and be like the rest. So I think if I was to give advice for artists is like unique and be wild and different, even if you're okay at it, rather than being
yeah,
just like an amazing, if we use the music example, be incredible but be just like the rest. Just be different, be wild, and be willing to just try something that's just so different from the norm.
yeah.
But yeah,
I
for sure.
mean, I like it. I guess I do respect the artwork. A hell of a lot of ETH to pay, but you know, to each
Yeah,
their own. People like what they like, so it's all good. It's all good as long as
exactly.
it makes somebody happy at the end of the day, and the artist is happy. Then you know, I'm happy too.
It's win-win. Is it wash trading? I don't know. Is it this? I don't know. But at the end of the day, I like to see artists have an opportunity to showcase their skills, and we know that Web3 is helping with that. The starving artist, that's a real thing, guys. It's not just like a word, but it's so hard. There's so many talented artists, musicians, and they just don't get a platform. So if Web3 is going to help with that, hey, all the power to them. Speaking
Mhm.
of power, Mr. CZ. This is my French. Mr. CZ, Binance adding the zero fee. Okay, enough of that. That's really cringe. Zero fee ETH trading starting August 26th, guys. So 3 days. Trade ETH BUSD pairing for free. I think that's, you know, do you have any
That's,
2 cents to thoughts?
I mean, that's amazing for anybody who has access to Binance. Once again, I don't yet, so
I
I'm
don't. I
waiting.
can't. Wait. We both can't access it, right? You can't.
For
I
those of
can't
you who
access it
can,
either.
yeah, that's awesome.
Oh my goodness. And here
Yeah,
we are excited about it, but we can't even access it in our location. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's funny. Wow. Okay, yeah. If you guys can't access Binance and you don't live in Ontario, Canada, or in Texas, then hey, enjoy your ETH BUSD zero fee trading.
Yep.
Brought to
We're
you
rooting for
by
you.
CZ and the guys over at Binance. So shout out to them.
Yeah,
And
that's cool
another
though. I think that's amazing. I
100%.
really like that.
100%. I know they did the one with like Bitcoin. So if we're making like trading more accessible and for
Mhm.
people to buy little bits of it, like why not? Like what if someone wants to buy very small amounts, you know, just like speculation or what have you. I like that. You know, I think that's
Yeah,
good.
absolutely.
More NFL stuff. So Autograph introduces Tom Brady season ticket NFT, granting you access to the huddle, events, NFTs, content, merch, and more. Available September 8th. So keep your eye out. We're going to report on this as this develops. Autograph.io/Tom Brady. It's cool. I mean, again, like, I think this is
Mhm.
good.
Yeah, absolutely. He has his own little hashtag emoji. I love that. It's a
Saw that.
little,
I saw that. The goat.
I love
The little
that.
goat. Yeah, it's so. I
Besides,
love those
yeah,
customized emojis, right? When you type in, you're like, oh, like Bitcoin has its own or Binance
That
has
means
its
you're
own. I
big.
think
That
that's
means you're
cool.
big time. That means you've hit it big. If you have your own Twitter emoji, like
Yeah,
your
I think
hashtag
if there's a
emoji.
metric, if you made it or not, it would be yeah, exactly, just that little emoji to
Yeah,
have. 100%.
someday, someday.
100%. One day, yeah, G Media, Gokhshtein, we got to keep David. David, you got to call up Twitter. David, if you're watching this stream, call up Twitter. Tell them, call Elon, call Dr.
Yeah,
Phil, call Steve Harvey. I don't care who you have to call. Get get that G Media emoji at one point. Gokhshtein
yeah.
Unfiltered.
But I
Um,
mean, honestly, like I think this is really good. I almost think that this is bigger than the Dallas Cowboys quarterback
oh,
than Dak
100%.
Prescott. Um,
100%.
so this is really really big. I really hope that that they have. I don't, like I said, I don't really watch football a whole lot. So maybe somebody can chime in the comments and let us know,
Mm-hmm.
like, are these people that are just like trying to get into the space, like without having been in it for a while? Because we know how that goes. It's usually not good. Now, on the other hand, if they've been in the space for a while, then it could be really positive for them. But it's a little bit of it's a little hard to break into for these big
Mm-hmm.
companies who think that they're just going to come in, create an NFT, and it's going to sell out. So I do
Yeah,
wish them the
yeah.
best, but we'll see what happens with it.
Yeah, I do think I agree. Like this is coming from someone like I'm not even an NFL connoisseur. I'm the NBA guy. I'm the guy that loves seeing Stephen A. Smith rage about like this guy missing a shot and this guy doing this. I love the drama over at ESPN. But when it comes to NFL, like yeah, definitely Tom Brady. I think this is like huge, and so we'll see how this develops and how it maybe encourages more players and more of the industry. Hopefully, it has like a domino effect. And
Yeah.
speaking of domino effect and my terrible transitions, we're going to talk about some spicy stuff to wrap up. And then we're also going to talk about some NFT goodness presented by Erica. Let's talk about some of the Tornado Cash. Let's see here. So apparently, there's been so much drama surrounding Tornado Cash. I do think that people should have a right to use utilities, and it's not the utility that's the problem, it's the person, the intent, what they're doing. It's simply a medium for people. Tom Emmer, congressman, demands answers from Yellen on Tornado Cash sanctions. Emmer states the sanctions were, quote, not levied against a person or an entity, but rather against privacy enabling code. And among other questions, among other demands for clarity, but this pretty much really hones in that it's really targeting privacy and not a singular person or a singular entity. And I think that's a really good takeaway, and I hope that we have more clarity brought to us on why and what happens moving forward.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just glad that somebody is really sticking up for Tornado Cash, who has a little bit of weight.
Yep.
So Emmer is the co-chair of the Congressional Blockchain Caucus and has a long history as an advocate for the crypto industry. So hopefully more people will speak up about it because
Mm-hmm.
I do believe from the spaces I've been in and the people that I've talked to, that's the consensus that we all think it's pretty fucked up. Like,
I love his pinned tweet. I just liked financial freedom is American freedom.
yeah,
Facts, that's just like mic drop. That's just, and I
yeah,
agree with you. Yeah, I would love to see someone that's standing up like for the other side and talking about like the elephant in the room and like that, Vitalik Buterin used Tornado Cash. Are we going to go arrest Vitalik? Like he
yeah.
used it to make
Better
donations
not.
and right. So like there are people, legitimate people with legitimate, sound, ethical, morally sound reasons that have used it. Where do we draw the line? And are we right asking the right questions? So good on him. Good on Tom. Good guy Tom. Tom Brady. Tom Emmer. Have the stars aligned? 80K BTC. Is it coming?
Yeah.
No, no. We're gonna calm down with those price predictions. Let's move on to another one, very controversial one, which was regarding the kind of the Twitter stuff going on, some security action. Twitter's former cybersecurity chief alleges the company is reckless and negligent and warns of grave threats to national security and democracy. And I think this goes hand in hand really well with like Elon Musk, Jack Dorsey, subpoena. I don't know how to pronounce that word so great. Like the whole like lawsuit that's going down. So, what do you think? What do you think about Twitter?
Uh, I guess I'm kind of surprised, you know, like I kind of held Twitter to a little bit of a higher standard to protect our data. But I guess, I mean, I'd like to see like how this story develops a little bit more. And I need to read up on it a little bit more as well. I think it's pretty crappy because it's something that I use every single day. I mean, I even have like Twitter Blue and I have a little hex on my thing. And so I'm kind
I
of
saw
like,
that. Yeah.
I'm kind of like thinking twice about that now. Like maybe I need to remove the hex.
Could I get a
I just
refund?
don't know, like, I don't know like how deep this goes. Like, you know, how reckless exactly have they been? So I'd like to
Yeah.
see more information on it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Is this like an opinion? Is it a hit piece? Is it
Mhm.
just like, is it to what degree? To what depth? For sure. I
Yeah.
agree with you. Like, how bad is it? Is it just like some people that they disagree with, or is there data that's full blown been misused, abused, sold, taken advantage of,
Mhm.
exposed? Right? We don't know. We don't know these, but these are great questions to be asking. And
Mhm.
last but not least, you guys know that I love my hacks, and if I had a penny for every hack, I'd be a quadrillionaire. And yes, I use that word because meme coins. So let's talk about the hack. Pseudo Rare, an automated. No, this is not Rare that made Donkey Kong Country. Everyone, calm down. This is Pseudo Rare, an automated market maker. Automated market maker AMM protocol shut down its services and social media while running away with 519 Ethereum. That's a pretty tasty pie. That's a substantial amount of money, almost $1 million. Hashtag rug pull.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but this is why I've been so leery about using DeFi lately. It's these
Yeah.
like bad actors in this space who are ruining it. And until we stop hearing about a hack every single day, I'm going to remain on the cautious side of things. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not a small amount. I mean, even if you only lost like $20, like $20 or you know whatever whatever coin or currency you had to equal $20. I mean, that's still, you know, it's
Still
still
your
$20.
money. You
Yeah.
worked hard for that, and I've spoken to people. I'm not going to name any names or projects where internally their own team deceived themselves, whipped
Mhm.
and left with 100 grand. Like, and
Yeah.
like I don't know where these people live, but like they're in my country or I've heard of others. So like I've been
Mhm.
hearing, like I see projects like this. I talk to people where like I've spoken with them for months and they're getting rugged within themselves. So it's like for sure I can definitely see why people are
Mhm.
hesitant with DeFi. Like you said, like all of a sudden, boom, account doesn't exist. And we see this happen with like undoxed projects,
Mhm.
doxed projects. I've seen projects where they put their whole team on video, they put themselves out there, kaboom, completely gone, just
Yeah.
complete rug. So
Wait,
it is what it is.
was this an NFT project, or this was DeFi, right? I guess I couldn't go to their Twitter page, but I
I
thought I had heard about them being DeFi.
I believe so. I believe so. So if we
Okay.
go back here, Peck Shield Alert was reporting on this, which is a pretty cool profile. I was taking a look at them. I mean,
Mhm.
automated market maker for sure. Yeah, like
Okay,
this,
automated
this
market. Yeah, got
like
it.
I'm gonna go with like these guys are providing DeFi protocols,
Yeah.
services of some sort, and Peck Shield Alert was pretty cool. I just discovered this. I'm not advising you guys to like follow them or install anything, but it was interesting that they've been reporting on a variety of other rugs. I mean, even here 17
Mhm.
hours ago, a transfer of $500,000 just casually leaving the market.
Right.
So that's enough of that negativity because guys, there's so much negative news in crypto and it's already
Mhm.
quite overbearing dealing with everything just in the red market. Erica, you wanted to talk a little bit about Magic Eden OpenSea, so hit us with some updates there.
Yeah,
I'll pull it up.
definitely. So, on OpenSea, we'll start with that first.
Sure, yeah.
So, the top three projects in the past 24 hours are ABC Abracadabra, which is kind of like kid drawings, basically. And then Board Ape Yacht Club in second, and then Lady Ape Club is in third, which I thought was interesting. They've been around for a few months, and so I'm not sure exactly where that came from, like what the catalyst was there. but I guess it's nice to see somebody in the top third. But again, it's another ape project. So
I gotta say the hats made me laugh. As soon as I saw the hat, I got a laugh out of it. So
right,
interesting, interesting. Yeah, the hats. Yeah, I don't know where this came from. Like, is this affiliated to Yuga Labs? No, is it just?
No, it's not. I was looking
Yeah.
for more information on like where exactly where they came from. I can't find a whole lot on it, so I'll have to do a little bit of a deeper dive. But the ABC Abracadabra project is another one of those projects where it's like no Discord, no Twitter, no team, no Launchpad, no minting, no bots. It was all revealed and listed on Magic Eden at 1.23, so 123 Sol, and reward early birds to choose the one they like. Zero royalties, no official rarity, and so it's just one of those
Ooh,
projects. Like if you like it, you like it.
this has got style to it, and this is something that's sometimes lacking, like just like human organic flair. And I really want to say this right now that like for anyone listening, like I think a lot of people underestimate the personality and simplicity of Bored Apes and why they're so successful. They don't have crazy gradients going on in the background. They don't disturb you with too much. They got nice spacing. They have flair and personality. And when I see this, I just think personality. I just feel like someone, like I was at Pizza Hut, someone's doing crayon, like, like just, like just getting out the paper.
Where they got the artwork from. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, like this just... it's unique. Like this is so cool. I'm just getting straight crayon vibes. Like I went to an art store and like what? That's I don't know what to say, but hey, this is cool. Like this is I like to see different stuff. ABC Abracadabra. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's I think that I read somewhere that the art was created by like kids or maybe like derived from their artwork. I tried to find that again because that was like as I was like scrolling as I was working earlier today, and so kind of stuck with me, but I didn't like elaborate on it a little bit more like I should have. So that would be interesting if it was actually taken from kids' artwork.
Oh, if actually was, yeah. Hopefully not. Yeah. Like I said, with consent, not some sweatshops. Quick, make more. No. We gotta keep it ethical, sound. Okay, hell no, I ain't about that life.
Right. Yeah, and then going over to Magic Eden, that same collection is also #1 right now, followed by the D Gods, and then Oak Paradise. So those are the top 3 in the 24-hour time period.
I'm such a noob when it comes to NFTs. Like I've spent 2021 to the end of that year just doing like PooCoin, what's the next coin that's gonna take me to Mars? So it's like all this is just so foreign to me. Like I'm just very familiar with the blue chips and whatnot, but hey, I mean I definitely got to give it a chance. And I'm hearing rumors, I'm not gonna say who, guys, but I'm hearing rumors that OpenSea is gonna be adding BNB chain. So that could be really bullish, and not financial advice, but if OpenSea or even like Magic Eden whatnot start adding Binance Smart Chain BNB support, that's gonna be cool. And who knows how many more NFT projects and whatnot are gonna flock to these platforms.
Yeah, well, eventually they need to start like gathering all of the different blockchains in, right? Like the Tizo,
honestly,
and everybody, just to try to capture some of that market, because it's profit. Profit is profit at the end of the day. And if they're collecting royalties and fees off of it, then why not? And if people want to see it and those blockchains are gaining more traction as far as artwork and NFT sales go, then really, why not? I think it's a smart thing for them to do. So, yeah.
100%. I agree. And to just like conclude with that, I would just say, like, I think interoperability is the future. I really get excited when I hear about cross-chain and like Flare and projects where it's just like the user doesn't have to care. Like they just press buttons and they get their result. They don't need to worry about, oh no, XLM was sent on Ethereum and XLM was sent on XLM and it was wrapped XLM on Binance Smart Chain and I'm wrapping this on that. And it's like, no, just send and receive and keep that experience fluid. And as much as I rip on the Solana phones, right, that's just satire and comedy, I love that the founder of Solana with his Qualcomm experience has that vision set of like great user experience, fluid, be able to get the grandma and the kids and the people like, the Web 0, the Web 1, the people who are not even that great with Web 2 to be able to just jump on board and start using.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Speaking of interoperability, the last thing that I wanted to touch on that I thought was really awesome for the space is Ready Player Me. And speaking of the interoperability aspect, they basically, you can make an avatar, right? You can make an avatar for free, and then that avatar, which you can make it, it's kind of like The Sims. If you ever played that, like you can make it look exactly like you. So their avatars can be used on over 600 applications and games. And why we're mentioning them today is because they actually just closed a 56 million Series B funding round.
Wow.
So
And
that's
just
really,
to
really good.
clarify, this is I don't mean to interrupt, but just to clarify, this is readyplayer.me, like that's the website. I'll pull it up here. I think
It
so.
is, yeah,
I mean, it looks
readyplayer.me.
legitimate.
Yep.
Well, I mean, seeing that DeadMouse, just the aesthetic that I see here, I'm getting like, this is clean. Like this is
Yeah.
clean. Anytime I look at a website, I got the designer hat on. I'm like, okay, like this is
Yep.
looking good. Like I like what I see. I could
Right.
definitely see why. I got to check this out. That's
Yeah, so
clean.
that was led by the A16Z, which they are pumping money into a lot of these projects. It's not the first time that we've heard of them, leading the funding. It's probably not going to be the last one. So this is one of the projects that they picked to invest in, and I can definitely see why. They work with so many projects. I really am like bullish on this project, and I'm excited to see what their future holds. So that's a good,
100%. Yeah.
yeah, good
I
positive
mean,
move.
just the first impressions of this feels very professional. Like it doesn't even. First product was a professional hardware-based 3D scanner. Like what? Like this is some Men in Black, like next level. And just get like seeing this art is like, I'm just like okay, but not just faces, like full blown 3D. And
Yeah.
if we're talking about DeadMouse here on the homepage, like that's just what I see here is cool. Like it's just definitely got my attention for sure. Like
Yeah.
I gotta check this out.
Yeah.
Is this
Yeah.
just
You
for like
can even
anyone
put
to
your,
just create an avatar? I gotta,
yeah. You can
I
go
gotta
on their
check this out
site.
this
You
week.
can use like the sliders and everything. You can also
Oh,
just
like
put your
character
picture.
creation? Like I'm doing some Skyrim. Like okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Or you can use your
That's really
picture
cool.
if you want it to like, look like
Wow.
you.
Okay.
But then,
Because we
yeah.
know they've done that in the past with like Xbox
Mhm.
Connect and like taking a picture of you and but the implementations for the most part were poor.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Like that maybe the implementation's great.
Hmm.
I'm gonna find David. I'm gonna find a great picture of you and make you make your avatar. Throw him in the throw him in the late night news. Virtual David.
I mean, you never know. Like we could be replaced soon. Like because
Yeah.
like
Soon it's gonna be Eric
PacSun
Alexander virtual.
has the virtual like AI face of their company now. And so
Got it. Yeah.
definitely like, we're going to see more and more of more and more less real people, more and more avatars, I guess. Yeah.
100%. I mean, we saw how people were giving like flack to Mark Zuckerberg for like his obviously he always gets hate, right? Like everyone loves
Yeah.
to hate on Mark. But even like the upcoming Nvidia conference, you can see how it kind of looks funny, but hopefully it shows it here where he's kind of like talking to okay, it doesn't show. He's kind of talking to his own virtual self. So it's kind of like happening everywhere. Nvidia, Mark Zuckerberg, like
Mhm.
it's
Yeah.
happening everywhere. So it's going to be interesting to see more of these avatars and the implementation of it. So
Yeah.
cool. Excellent. I think that wraps it up, Erica. I think that wraps it up for the late night news. Thank you,
Mhm.
everybody, for joining us. We really appreciate giving that time and checking this out. We do have some fire stuff lined up. Of course, if you haven't already, we pin it every now and then. We're doing the Ape Coin giveaway for August. We still haven't chosen the winner, so if you haven't liked and retweeted that, check it out. Every Wednesday is Gokhshtein Unfiltered, so we're doing that 5 p.m. Eastern. He has some really cool, dope guests for tomorrow, so make sure you guys check that out. Of course, we have podcasts, AMAs all the time. Erica on Chain Gaming, Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys are connected to our socials. Twitter is where we're posting active, but all the archives and everything also on YouTube, Instagram, and all that jazz. And that's a wrap. Thank you guys. Erica, any final words?
Nope, that's it. It's almost Wednesday, guys. It's almost hump day. You can get through it.
Fabulous. Thank you guys. You have a great night, and we'll see you until next time. Take care.
Good night.